We're looking at more severe storm threats. Today it's in the upper Midwest, and then it's going to continue to shift east to the Great Lakes region come tomorrow. By Tuesday, we'll be focusing that here across the mid-Atlantic. But today, we'll kick it off there. Minneapolis, Milwaukee, Chicago. We're talking to you. The primary threat here is going to be damaging winds, but really we have all modes of severe weather that'll be on the table. Let's rewind over the past 24 hours. If you were living across the northern plains, you know you got some powerful storms. In fact, more than 100 storm reports coming in. A lot of these focused on the damaging wind. We talked about that yesterday morning, and the forecast certainly verified. Here, you're looking at some of those storm reports coming in around South Dakota and even areas to the south where there were 2.5-inch in diameter hailstones. So this is tennis ball size hail. And then you look at some of those strongest storm reports just south of Sioux Falls, where the wind gusts were greater than 75 miles per hour. Strongest wind gusts. Can you believe that? South Dakota, where that gust measured at 92 miles per hour. So today, you look at that greatest risk for severe weather across the upper Midwest. Does encompass the majority of Minnesota and Wisconsin, Minneapolis, Grand Rapids, down to Chicago. You are in that target zone. What you'll also see here, our radar, but we're not tracking a lot of activity. So these are just some minimal showers that have been working southeast from South Dakota. And you look at the available storm energy, and it's working through an environment where we don't have a lot of cape. That cape really resides farther down to the south, but likely that's going to continue to spread farther north as we get into the afternoon and evening. Dew point's a thing here. Dew points measured in the 60s and 70s, so this is just going to add to the instability. Damaging wind, yet again. Look at the broad area it encompasses, anywhere from Nebraska all the way up into parts of Wisconsin and Michigan. Yet again, damaging wind gusts greater than 75 miles per hour are going to be a possibility. Now, we'll especially be watching closer to this area of low pressure where the environment is going to be conducive to also producing all modes of severe weather. You can see that storm energy that grows as we get through the afternoon and evening. So certainly these storms will be able to tap into that. So looking at closest to that area of low pressure where supercells could develop and potentially produce large to very large hail, we're looking at areas of northeast Minnesota into Wisconsin where hailstones could be the size of eggs, so greater than 2 inches in diameter yet again. And there's also going to be an isolated tornado threat. And we look at that because we can look at the wind shear, where your surface winds and your winds above us at 10,000 feet, they intersect at a perpendicular fashion. And that's certainly going to be the case from those same zones I just talked about where hail could be a factor. We're looking at EF0 or EF1 intensity. Again, an isolated tornado threat at that. So let's walk you through our future radar, what we can expect as we go forward. Again, those showers we were watching this morning really not going to materialize into anything. It's once we get into the afternoon and evening, you can see some of these storms really bubbling up on the northern periphery of Minnesota. These storms going to slide down to the southeast as we go forward through the afternoon and evening. And it's at that point that these could expand a little bit more in coverage, and that we'll be watching for that threat where all modes of severe weather could potentially be on the table across Wisconsin. There's a secondary area that's in the conversation for parts of Nebraska and into Iowa, where there could also be some more severe weather. And then watch what happens. We're still following this overnight and into tomorrow, where severe storms from Madison down to Chicago could certainly be a possibility. So we'll continue to keep this in the conversation as we go forward into tomorrow as that threat shifts off to the east, Michael.
Yeah, Melanie, and it certainly will, too. On top of today's threat, those storms will eventually creep into the northeast to kick off the work week, and we could see more sights and sounds like that. Man, can you imagine being that driver stuck in all that water trying to get yourself out of there? My goodness, that's what we could see along the 95 corridor by the time we get to mid this work week. Before we get there, though, all of this begins, as Melanie was just showing you, in the upper Midwest. It slips and slides into the Great Lakes by tomorrow. This is a Monday. So let's start there. And I want to focus in, of course, on places like Chicago, because watch the timestamp right here very carefully. Midnight tonight, Melanie did an awesome job describing where those showers and thunderstorms will be. Well, after midnight, here's where they then approach Chicago. So, yeah, 2, 3, 4 a.m. in the morning, we're expecting those storms to race right along the lakeshore of Chicago. So if you're one of those early morning folks that love to run right along the lakeshore there in Chicago at like 5 o'clock in the morning, right, to get your cardio in. First off, I am so proud of you, because if you ever see me running at 5 a.m., it means I'm being chased. Call the police. But here's the thing. By the time we get to mid to late morning, most of those storms then move into parts of Indiana, parts of Ohio. But into the afternoon hours in parts of northwest Michigan, this is now 5, 6, 7, so right around dinner time tomorrow, those storms tap into some of that heat that we've been talking about, and that then re-sparks and reignites more storms by the time we get to Monday evening into Tuesday morning. So it is successive rounds of showers, successive rounds of thunderstorms. By the time we get to Tuesday morning, look at where those storms are now. Eastern Kentucky, parts of the Virginias, and it's why we have a weather outlook. This is a 2 out of 5 on our severe weather threat index for Tuesday. And again, it's not going to be like a Tuesday afternoon thing. It's going to start, we're talking like bright-eyed and bushy-tailed first thing Tuesday morning. So we pick up that conversation Tuesday at midnight, take you through the early morning Tuesday hours. So heading to work in parts of eastern Kentucky, I'm talking to you in Pikeville and Pike County, and down toward Harlan, Bell, and Letcher counties right here, right on the border of Virginia. This could be what we call an MCS, or a mesoscale convective system. Jane's going to talk more about that in just a moment and what that actually means. But here's the thing, though. Those storms could be ferocious. And by the time we get to Tuesday afternoon, parts of the Jersey Shore down to D.C., the Delmarva, and then toward Cape Hatteras right here, those storms are going to be rough as those roll on by. So flooding also going to be a concern where we pick up, say, 2, 3, maybe even 4 inches of rain right around NYC. When we focus in on Chicago, as we mentioned, friends, it is going to be a rough go of things. Here's the timeline in Chicago. I think that throughout the morning hours today, Schaumburg, northwest suburbs, fantastic. If you're going on that architectural tour, the boat tour, looks good through the early afternoon and most of the evening. But look at that time, right around 11 p.m. You're tucking yourself into bed, trying to get that beauty sleep over toward Joliet. Unfortunately, by 1, 2, 3, and 4 o'clock in the morning, those storms are going to be like, no. And you're going to hear the thunder. You're going to see those big, bright flashes of lightning as if there's paparazzi outside your window. New York City, I think that the weekend is preserved. Hallelujah, right? It's like the first weekend in like a month-ish or so that we've actually not seen any rain. We'll take it. But Monday, Tuesday, that's going to be when those storms, Jane, roll right back into the forecast. So we're expecting a stormy pattern for all 5 plus the 6th borough, Jersey City and Hoboken, of New York City in the days to come, Jane.